Hey, good morning. It's Jeremy Sutton, owner of Servant PT, host of the Servant PT podcast. I help women 50 and over live a life full of health, family, and fun with exercise and motivation. So today, man, it is raining outside. It's a little bit cool, about 40 degrees, but the sun is shining in my heart today. I'm just so thankful to be here today and get to do what I do. And even though my beard's shaved crooked, excuse me. So today, I've been listening to a podcast, imagine that, and I was listening to this guy named Chris Hogan who works for Dave Ramsey. And I've heard of Chris before. I think I've actually listened to him a couple of times, but a couple of days ago I listened to him talk about his mom, and which inspired me to talk about my mom, and it was just an amazing thing. And so this morning I was listening to him. I was like, I bet this guy's got a podcast. So I found it. I listened to a quick episode, and he talks about giving. We know it's better to give than to receive, or we know in theory that it is, but do we really do that? Here it is. It's Christmas time. Tomorrow we'll probably be wearing shorts, but it is Christmas time, and we're going to be getting gifts. We're going to be giving gifts, and what a better way to show the true meaning of Christmas, the true spirit of giving and taking care of others than actually giving something to somebody. And it doesn't have to be giving of your money. You can be give your time. You can give your respect. You can give voice messages. I tell you what, I don't do this as often as I should, but sometimes I just send people voice messages in the morning and say, hey, I'm thankful for you. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great day. But you know what? You know what spurred that on? Somebody did that to me. Like somebody sent me a voice message and said, hey, Jeremy, I really appreciate you. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day. And it means a lot when you get that kind of stuff in the morning and you're not expecting it. And it helps your day move forward a lot faster and a lot healthier and happier. And so it just excites me when I get things like that, and especially when you don't expect them, and from people that can be like, gosh, it's amazing how we can be connected to so many people now through social media and just everything that's going on in our world. Like I have so many friends that some of them that I've really never met in person, but I have people that I know all over the country, and some people are in the world. And like with the podcast, people have listened to this in North Africa, South Africa. They've listened in Australia, the Philippines, Spain. I mean, just about every continent somebody's listened to my podcast. So I know I don't know those people, but I'm still connected to them in a way because they've listened to what I've said, whether it's been good or bad. And I just think that's really cool. And yesterday I talked to a guy named Stephen Dunn who lives in Austin, Texas, physical therapist. He's actually from Louisiana. And so we connected a few months ago. I talked about how I wrote my book and some things like that. Talked about how my good friend Mike Chua, who's in Tennessee, helped me, kind of turn me on to publishing a book on Amazon. And we talked through those steps, and then I researched it online and different things. And ultimately, Mike has 4 books. I had that one, and then Steven's doing the same thing now. But got this idea from my mentor, Greg Todd, last week, about doing some things online, and it was like one of the things I really have been wanting to do, and just hadn't kind of let it go and forgot about it because I couldn't get anybody to do it for me. I wanted to get somebody to do an exercise video that I couldn't do, but anyway, so I sent Steven a message because he does Pilates at his clinic. His wife's certified Pilates instructor, I believe, and so he's like, yeah, man, we'll help you out. We'll do this and that and this, and I mean, just like. But I haven't met Steven in person yet. We've just talked on the phone. We've done a Zoom call. He interviewed me for a podcast that he's doing, or a live Facebook group. I can't remember which, but we're connected and we've helped each other. And he gave me something and I gave him something, and it made my life better. It made his life better. And so it's just, why don't we do that more? Why don't I do that? Yesterday, I'm looking at Miss Renee in the building. Yesterday was not a sunshiny day in my heart. I started this new routine this week where, so we were at a private mastermind meeting in Florida this weekend until Monday. Got home late Monday night. Tuesday, I decided that I wanted to start some new habits. to be a lot more successful and more prepared for the day. Guys, I haven't got up and read my Bible in so long, and it's just like, for a Christian, that's the way we want to start our day. We want to start it out with the Word and with God and get off on the right foot. And I just hadn't been doing that for a lot longer than I care to admit. And so I'd started listening to the Bible on the way to work a couple of weeks ago, and that was really making a big difference, and I could start to feel it. But still, I was like, it's not the same. My attention's not on it. I'm driving. I am hearing it, and that's great. It's better than nothing, but I really just want to read it, and I want to hold my Bible, my paper book, because I'm a little old school. I like to read paper. I don't like to read on the screens. So I decided Tuesday I was going to start getting up at 6, which is 45 minutes, and I usually get up. I was going to read my Bible, and then I was going to read a business article. So I found this thing called optimize.me, and the guy's name is Brian Johnson, I believe, and he reads all these books, business, theory, different things, and he writes notes on them. It's 6 pages in a PDF format. And so I printed out 10 of those Tuesday night. I put my Bible on the table. I put a blanket there if I was going to be cold in the morning, and I put the PDF there, pen and a highlighter. And so Wednesday morning, I got up at 6, jumped out of bed, started reading my Bible, and I was just like, ugh. But I read it, and my day was so much better. So then yesterday was Thursday. I get up. I'm like day 2 into my new habit. I'm in the bed with my daughter, and I go to get up, and she's like, and she scoots over to me and grabs me and says, don't get up. And so I didn't get up. And so yesterday, day 2 into my new habit, I didn't do what I was going to do. So I got to work, and I read my Bible. I had some time yesterday morning, so I read for a little while, but it's distracting and here at the clinic and different things. So, and then yesterday, I just didn't feel good all day. It was really one of those days where I just wanted to crawl in the bed, and I went home. I actually went home early and got in the bed for a little while, for about 30 minutes, but it just wasn't a good day. And actually, the worst part is I hurt somebody's feelings. Like, I had somebody call and say, hey, did I do something to you yesterday to offend you? And I was like, no, you didn't. And I said, well, you just kind of didn't seem like you were excited to be around me or happy, or you upset me. I mean, I didn't. Anyway, I can't talk now. Just felt like there was something that was wrong, that you weren't happy with me. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, I'm sorry. I apologize, and I definitely didn't mean to give off that. But like, guys, I'm one of those people that it's hard for me to hide when I'm not happy or I'm dealing with something, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad trait. I haven't decided yet. Maybe in 37 more years I'll let you know. But it hurt me. So I apologized, and I'll do better today. But I hate that because I was dealing with stuff, because I wasn't disciplined enough to get up and do what I said I needed to do to be a better person, to be a better Christian and Christ follower and husband and dad, business owner, PT. I didn't get up, day 2 into it, so I had a bad day, and it came out on other people. And I wasn't lashing out at people. But you can tell when somebody's just in a funk. So last night I actually read. So I read the Bible yesterday, and then last night I read the business book and the business PDF, and then today I go to get up, and I'm in the bed with my daughter again, and she says, "Oh," she starts crying, "Don't leave," and I'm like, "No, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna read, and I'm going to cook us some breakfast," which is what I did. And so, but it hit me like, so Satan doesn't want you to do the things that you need to do to be successful, to be happy, to be fulfilled, to give to others, to serve to others. He doesn't want you to do that. And people that are against you don't want you to do that either. So they start to tell you, you don't need to get up. Sleep 5 more minutes. Hit snooze one more time. Stay here with your daughter. Well, the reality is my daughter never wants me to get up in the morning, whether it's 6 or 6:45, because after that she's up running around, jumping off, bouncing off walls. But she never wants me to get up because she wants her dad there. My son doesn't want me to go to work just about every day because he wants me there with him. Do I not go to work on days? No, I go to work. He gets over it within 5 minutes. I call my wife and I say, hey, how's Jack? And she's like, oh, he's fine. As soon as you shut the door, he's fine. He starts smiling. But he doesn't want me to leave. And so if I always gave into that and I just stayed, well, then I'd never work and we would never eat. And the business would just crumble. Everything would. And so same thing with my goals and my dreams, my habits. Like if I let Molly keep me from getting up in the morning because she doesn't want me to get up, but it's really just because she wants me to be there with her, and she's clingy in the mornings like kids are. Nothing. It's not her fault. That's just the way it is. So she wants her dad, but it's like, no, baby, I'll be in the living room. I'm reading. If you need me, come get me. Okay, Daddy, love you. Good night. She goes back to sleep. I go read. My day starts off amazing. Now I'm ready to serve people. I've already read 3 chapters of the Bible. I got something out of that. Like I wrote down, hey, this is what you need today. This is what God had for you today, Jeremy. You needed to read this. You needed to read this. You need to know that if the Spirit's not in it, it's not of God. You need to know that you're free from sin because you have Christ. You need to do that. You need to go. Now you can go throughout your day and you can serve other people. And then I read my business book, and it talks about making good decisions, which is funny because that's what I needed to see, and that's what I was trying to do. So it talks about it was called Psycho-Cybernetics, which is a crazy title, which is why I picked it up to read it. And it talks about when a missile launches, that's action. And where it's going somewhere, that's the habit. But if the missile realizes it's off course, negative feedback, it self-corrects, positive feedback, and it starts going back to where it was supposed to go. So as humans, when we launch ourselves, we take action into the world, and we start to realize, hey, we're not going the right direction. Well, that's negative. Like, my business isn't going where it wants to go. I'm not making as much money as I need to make to pay the bills. I'm not doing the things I need to do to make people happier, to serve them better. Well, guess that's negative feedback. No money, not serving, not happy, not reading the Bible, not doing things that need to do to get done, to get life better and on track and loving people and serving. That's all negative. But guess what? I can start to do those things, and now that's positive feedback. Now I've righted my course. If a plan fails, do another plan. If that plan fails, do another plan. Guess what? If that plan fails, do another plan until you get one that works. We need to be putting positive into our lives so we can go out and pour positive out into other people. So guys, like I said, it's raining today, but the sun is shining in my heart. It's Friday. I have a job. I got something to do. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to serve people today. Miss Renee's got it warm in there. It's dry in there, and she's got it clean. So it's warm, dry, and clean. It's cold, wet, and nasty out here. I'm going inside. Love you guys. Have a happy Friday and an awesome weekend. I will talk to you on